These are directions on how to do your volume with fractional edges center. I already have the notes filled in here. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to pause and take a picture of this so that you can fill in the notes. The notes give you some reminders of some words or some vocabulary that you need to know, as well as how you find volume with fractional edges, so you could use that to help you. It is required that you have this filled out to get points for this assignment, so make sure you do pause and fill this out. Okay, so there's different problems. I'm going to do one under this guided practice box and then one of these other ones here. Okay, so here we go. So it says find the volume of each figure. Right away, I know if it says find the volume, that means I'm doing length times width times height. Okay, so I'm going to do this first one here. So length times width times height means I'm multiplying 4.5 times 1.5 times 1. Now, if I want to multiply with these mixed numbers, I have to turn them into improper fractions. So remember, the way that we do that is we multiply the bottom one and add the top. Okay, so here we go. The bottom number stays the same. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And then I'm multiplying those together, and then I still have this times 1. Okay, if it's too much for you to multiply all three fractions or numbers together, just worry about doing the first two. So I'm going to do these two together first. So 9 times 3 is 27, and 2 times 2 is 4. And then I multiply that by 1, which will get me the same answer of 27 over 4. I can't leave 27 over 4 that way because it's an improper fraction. So I'm going to divide. 4 can go into 2 0 times. 4 goes into 27 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. Subtract and I get a 3. So I got 6 3/4. I can't make 6 3/4 any smaller. So my volume is 6 3/4 centimeters cubed. Okay, so that's how you do a regular one. One of the other ones I want to do are these ones where it says that something, an object you have, is half full. So there's, I think, 3 of them that are that way. So I wanted to do one of them that way with you. All the other ones that I didn't just highlight green, those are just regular ones, meaning you're just going to do length times width times height. Okay, but I'm going to do one of these that I just highlighted green with you guys right now. Okay, so it says, what is the volume? Right away, I know that means length times width times height of water in a tank that is half full with a length of 1 5/8, a width of 3/8, and a height of 3. Okay, so I'm still going to be doing length times width times height, but the difference is I cannot use this height that they gave me right here. And the reason why I can't use that height is it says up here in the problem that the tank or the box is only half full of water, which means I have to cut whatever height they give me in half. So 3, half of 3. So there's 2 ways you could do it. If you already know what half of 3 is, then you could just use that number, or you could divide it out, right? You could do 3 divided by 1/2, right? Do keep, change, flip. Or I guess it would be divided by 2, not divided by 1/2. 1 second. It would be dividing by 2. I got ahead of myself. Which would make keep, change, flip, right? Which would give us 3 times 1/2, like that. If I was to divide that out, right, I would get 1 1/2, right? Or you might have just known already that half of 3 is 1 1/2. Okay, so the 1 1/2 is what I'm going to replace the height with. So instead of using this 3, I'm going to cross it off and I'm going to use 1 1/2. And remember, the reason why I'm using 1 1/2 and not 3 is because it tells us up here that the tank of volume that we're finding is only half full. So half of 3 is 1 1/2. Okay, now I can do length times width times height. So I'm going to do 1 5/8 times 3/8 times 1 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to erase all this so I have some more room. So let's see, 1 5/8 times 3/8 times 1 1/2. Okay, remember I need to turn these mixed numbers into improper fractions. So I'm going to multiply the bottom and add the top. The bottom numbers will stay the same. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This fraction stays the same. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Okay, if it's too much for you to multiply 3 fractions together, just do 2 fractions at a time. So 13 times 3, I don't have 13 times 3 memorized, so I'm going to do it on the side over here. That is 39, so 39. And then 8 times 8 is 64. And then I still have to multiply it by my last fraction, 3 over 2. So I got 39 times 3 now. It's 27, 9, 10, 11, so 117. 64 times 2 I also don't have memorized. That's 128. So I got 117 over 128. I don't believe you can make 117 any smaller, so I think it's just going to stay exactly this way. So it's 117 over 128 inches cubed. Okay, and the only ones that you have to worry about doing that half height for are numbers 2, 3, and 4. All of the other ones, you just do length times width times height regularly. Okay, if you have any questions, ask the people next to you before asking your teacher.